The Dutch far-right leader, Geert Wilders, has finally reached an agreement to form a coalition. His party, Party for Freedom, emerged as the clear winner in the elections last year, shockingly so, but after the victory, it took Wilders 6 months to strike a deal with the coalition partners. In an unconventional move, Wilders will not be the next Prime Minister of the Netherlands. But he will still hold the reins of the government. He will still influence policies, and that in itself may be a reason for alarm. I say that because of Wilders' harsh anti-Islam stance. Let me tell you more about this man now. He has been called the Dutch Donald Trump. He has received countless death threats from Islamic extremists. The UK once banned him from entering the country. Wilders may be a radical and a firebrand, but he is also liked by many of the Dutch voters. He burst into the Dutch national politics scene some 25 years ago. His sweeping mane of blonde hair earned him the nickname Mozart. And since then, his hair has greyed, but his popularity seems to be at its peak. In the run-up to the vote, Wilders regularly outperformed rivals on television debates, mostly because of his slick slogans on asylum and immigration. The Netherlands can't take it anymore. We have to think about our own people first now, so on and so forth. Wilders would say, borders closed, zero asylum seekers. Those who have been talking about his policies. In fact, he proposed a ban on Islamic headscarves in public buildings, declared that his party would ban the Quran, close mosques and Islamic schools. Now that he is in power, his government is planning to impose the strictest asylum policy ever. Wilders has announced it already, in fact. Listen to this.
The sun will shine again in the Netherlands. I think that anyone who reads the agreement between all four of us can see that a lot is going to change in the Netherlands. The strictest asylum policy ever. There will be an asylum crisis law. We are withdrawing the asylum distribution law. There will be border controls, mobile and otherwise. There will be a ban on priority in obtaining social housing for status holders due to the fact that they are status holders. We are going to fight for an opt-out on asylum in the European Union. Asylum permits for an indefinite period will be abolished. Like I said, the strictest asylum policy ever.
Grenscontroles, mobiel en anderszins.
Now, despite holding these views, if you would ask Wilders if he is far-right, he would straight away deny it. According to him, he is simply speaking for the ordinary people of the Netherlands, those who are apparently feeling ignored and mistreated due to immigrants. While Wilders' maverick, straight-talking nature appeals to a considerable part of the Dutch population, it has also landed him in trouble on many occasions. He has been making rounds of courts for years. Why is that? For his verbal attacks on immigrants. In 2014, he was convicted of insulting Moroccans for leading a chant at a rally demanding fewer Moroccans. During the 2017 election campaign, he referred to Dutch Moroccans as quote-unquote scum. Now, is it because of such remarks that Mr. Wilders has made so many enemies? For close to 20 years, he has had 24-hour security. He faces multiple threats to his life. In fact, Wilders once said he could no longer imagine what it was like to walk down a street by himself. Wilders is now well in his 60s. For the last 30 years now, he has been married to a former Hungarian diplomat. His wife does not make any public appearances. She leads a private life, closed off from the media. Although much of Wilders' career has been spent in opposition, he now finds himself in the central position of power. After 6 months, he has managed to form a coalition, but if political analysts are to be believed, it's a rather fragile one. The government faces a series of challenges: housing crisis, asylum policy, the impact of the climate crisis, balancing budgets. These are just some of them. Will Wilders and his coalition actually pull through? To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.